Off duty, 1645, County Road B-Boy 2. Dick's Sporting Goods until 2200 hours. Post 25714.
Copy at 1601. Copy for a deprivation report at 1601. Squad 356.
356.
No caller at 1065 Fremont heard 7 to 8 shots. Saw 2 black male teens get into a silver or blue sedan, possibly Toyota. Fled eastbound on 3rd.
Copy.
1602.
Three 4-7 case number there.
Squad 347, case number 255819. And can you switch to channel 3 when you're available?
Yes.
1602.
Five to eight.
528.
Well, welcome back to Live on Patrol.
Well, I went to take some lava shower. I seen there at the bus stop.
We were, Pat and I are planning on testing out the camera this afternoon.
Yeah, the 5 of us are standing here at the bus
see if
stop.
the stabilizer is better as well. Let us know in the comments how it looks. It's always a little better during the daytime. But while we were in front of the Sheriff's Department headquarters there, we heard a call now out at Earl and 4th on several shots fired. So we're going to roll east to just to see apparently 2 cars, a couple different guns. No reports of anybody being hit yet, but we do want to sort of head over there. But we'd like your feedback on how the camera looks, especially the stability. That's of course important to us. And anything else? Oh, by the way, of course, this was kind of an unscheduled. We'll still be back Friday night at 9/11. This was an unscheduled thing, but if you wouldn't mind sharing this with your friends, we are going to work for a couple hours. We are going to work for a couple hours here and see how the evening goes. Of course, we got 5G on this phone as well, so hopefully it won't lock up as often as it has in the past. But just let us know how the camera looks, how the stabilization, and then please share with your friends. I think the stabilization is going to be a little better. It's supposed to be. Patrick?
This is making me want to get a new iPhone. That's an amazing picture, at least from here.
Yeah.
And in relation to the shots fired we're going to, the only description we have is a smaller silver sedan that fled the scene eastbound. There are a few specific vehicles we're looking at in relation to some crimes, but we're not going to air the information on them just yet. If we come across one of them, I guarantee you'll know it.
Squad 0 to the shots fired. We did have a caller at 1066 Pearl saying that their house was shot at. Didn't have a description of the parties or drivers.
Silver Impala right here. It's got some back end damage. I don't see any tape on the. It's get a turn on Mariah, I think.
Yeah.
But there is something wrong with that tail light, the way it's flashing.
Remember, we're still looking for a silver Impala with tape over the light that had run over some officers. Well, not run over them, but run at them.
And the plate on this is 446 Mike Lima Tango, I think.
Yeah, but it definitely isn't in good shape. And
Oh, he's moving too.
keep your eyes up there so you can see if he turns.
He's turning on, what is that, Maple?
Yeah. I don't want to get too close, too fast, but I thought it might have been Whiskey Lima. Is there any plate start with W? Hard to say, huh?
We'll run both.
Yeah.
445 traffic.
How's it look right, buddy?
Clear.
Over.
He's starting to elude me, but it looks like he's headed to 4th Street.
Copy, 1607.
Definitely has a non-functioning muffler, as you can hear. Oh, thank you, buddy.
2363, I come down to assist medics at 205 County Road B. Weakness.
Alright, so
You were right, Whiskey Lima Tango. We're on 4th, right?
Yep. It's going right to the gun shooting area up here. Which is a little weird, huh?
385.
Two blocks further, he'll be in that area.
And we had a silver sedan involved.
1066 4th and then 1062 4th.
Well, it was nice of him
Okay,
to stop and turn the corner. We'll just have a brief chat about his muffler.
5280.
385 1066 almost when she has at least 20 shots in her house.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, why don't you listen to that while I'm up there?
Copy, 1608.
356. I'm going to be over at Twins Market and see if they have any surveillance on the bus.
356, copy, 1608.
.375, we're en route.
375, copy, 1609.
.2941 at Regents.
2941.
GSW did leg arriving. Stable. Dropped off out front. Happened on 4th and Earl.
He's got a good title in there.
Okay.
2941, I
He
copy.
just bought it, he said, but he's got
Downtown Sergeant to copy. GSW arriving at Regents in stable condition.
All right, we got a gunshot victim that just arrived at Regions, said it happened at 4th and Earl.
520. Copy.
And for anybody who didn't hear it, they're supposed to have a house that
4th
has
and Earl, ma'am. Earl.
20 or
The
more,
vehicle's out front with my partner. He's going to try to keep it around.
20 or more hits from gunfire.
You'll have me stopping every car pretty soon.
Man, I'm telling you.
520, you can disregard.
520. Copy.
Oh, boy.
And the VIN matches, so we're all good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Pretty clean title there, it looked like. So now we got to kind of put the pieces together about, who got shot
356.
at,
Info.
who's likely, here we go, some info.
35, go ahead.
I just spoke to a witness at 1062 4th. Said after the shots, he saw two black male ran across Earl from 4th and then ran behind 1063 4th.
That's
Copy. Witness
Up
at
there.
1062 4th saw two black males run across Earl from 4th.
right
Ran
next
behind
door to there.
1063 4th.
Yeah.
At 1611.
1301.
1301.
Regions just reporting they got a male with a gunshot wound to the legs that happened at 4th and Earl. And he's car available.
So, is there an alley here?
375, we can go to
Nope.
Regions, they have a camera.
Well, maybe the other side there is. Just drive around here a little bit.
375 copy.
So,
At
but
1612.
it sounded like two males ran, but there was also a car,
You
right?
know, when I
Somebody
get
saw a
deputy
car.
out of the that dropped the guy off up front. Just FYI. Copy. 375, you might want to have one more squad start over to 4th and Earl then if we're going to go to Regions. 369 will be in and out shortly.
So the house got shot up there. Sounds like there's
20 or more bullet holes in the house, it sounds like.
that's not good.
Quite possible the people in that
Yeah,
house had
he's
absolutely
84.
nothing to do with it, that the person they were shooting at just happened to be in front of the house at the time.
Terrible thought. Really? Terrible thought.
375.
Regions 2941 is reporting that the vehicle that dropped off the patient is still on scene. They're working on trying to keep it there now.
That's the sheriff's deputy that's there working.
Copy.
Sheriff's deputies work at Regions and run security there for the hospital. What is this? Now the other thing that eventually the officers will look for is any videotape, any Ring doorbell, or some type of video evidence of the incident. And a lot of people have their videos recording 24 hours, you know.
Right.
I don't know if that costs more to do that. I think it does, but others just have motion detection or sound detection. But so if you just joined us, we're gonna check out this new camera, see how it works. We're gonna go over some bumpier roads. Public Works can call us and tell us the bumpiest roads, then we'll be able to determine where those are. But let us know.
4485 shot.
New phone, new camera, new stabilizer.
385.
Well, I gotta say, from this end and from watching the
One of the
live on
people
my
that's
phone,
possibly involved is going to be a sedan, blue and white in color, unknown year or model, unknown if it's suspect or victim vehicle.
Okay.
blue and
Copy.
white.
A vehicle involved is a blue and white sedan, unknown model, and unsure if it's suspect or vehicle.
It could be the car that dropped at the hospital too, for that matter.
Right. Well, I just got reminded of a thing that can make your image freeze up. I was still had my Wi-Fi on, which connects me up automatically at home. If you're out mobile or if you're not connected to your Wi-Fi, you want to turn your Wi-Fi off to keep the stream going. Now someone said it's a night and day difference in the picture.
Partly because we're out on day.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah. But supposedly it'll be better at night too. A lot of these cameras have better night vision than the people do. When you take your picture, you can see things better at night with a camera than you can yourself. So we'll see how good this night vision one is.
Well, when I watch these feeds later on, I can see more on the feed then I know that I did actually out at night.
Yeah. Oh no, well, plus you get to stop it and look if you have to. You can look at it a couple times.
Right.
Which, by the way, regarding videos, we're not going to discuss the officer-involved shooting at all here on Live on Patrol. You know, obviously, we don't have all the information. We're like you. We have, you know, what we've read in the paper and what we've seen on the video. And,
4383.
and everybody has their opinion. And everybody's welcome to
When you guys
express
are
it.
ready, is a message at 1577 Just Mine Lane.
But-
Ex-boyfriend just choked comp,
Hang
leaving
on.
in a vehicle.
Here we go.
Mike Alpha, disregard. Mike Echo November 233. It's black Honda Civic.
Mike Echo November 233 just choked his girlfriend. Mike Echo November 233.
What was the
Mike Echo November 233. Mike, before I forget it, Mike Echo November 233. Honda Civic.
Or crash 1700
Choked
Rice
his
Street.
girlfriend at 1600 Jessamine. Which
did you
is,
catch the color on the Civic?
I did, but I forgot.
I think they said black, but I'm not sure.
I thought they said black too, but like I said, I'm a plate guy. But anyhow, we're not going to discuss that. Everybody has their opinion, and God bless everybody for having them, but we're not going to use Live on Patrol for that particular forum. We are going to talk about crime more, though. If you saw the article in the Star Tribune about crime, skyrocketing crime, it was in the morning paper. I don't know if it's in the print version, but I would really encourage you to take a look at it.
It is sobering.
And when we get to the Jessamine area, we'll probably stop and maybe read a little bit of it. But just looking for that Honda Civic as we drive down Maryland.
375.
375.
You at Delta November Golf 582. Just a call, please. That's the vehicle that's out of region.
Oh, man. What's the matter?
Okay,
You need
thank
that,
you.
partner?
Also has bullet holes in it.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Copy vehicle has bullet holes in it. 1618. $44.71 clear traffic. Copy 1618.
All right, so we're scanning plates as we head in.
8295.
But while you're there, if you can pull up another window, take a look at that main Star Tribune story. I know hopefully you haven't
385. What's the call
exceeded your
time on
number
it?
of articles, but
First call came in at
pretty
1559.
dramatic. And this week, I think tonight and tomorrow night, the Minneapolis Council is debating their budget for police, that whole issue of whether to cut 100 cops. And in St. Paul tonight, in fact, you could probably turn the meeting on. I think it's still a Zoom meeting. St. Paul is debating
8294. I come
whether to set a budget that reduces the department's strength by 40, over the next year or two through attrition. So big decisions being made regarding reducing police departments. Sadly, some of the city council members that I've heard talk in workshops, they're not satisfied. They would prefer to cut more police officers. So it tells you where we're at. And if I've received another dozen emails in the last day that are heartbreaking.
You can cancel. They are out of the party.
That was a black Civic, but not the plate.
Okay.
Maybe he's stopping to see his friends at the Sam's Market.
Yeah. Or maybe he's circling back to see if she actually calls the police. That's the thing about domestics. Sometimes these guys they want to think that they're not going to call. They try to intimidate them into not calling.
Absolutely.
So we'll drive through Sam's and then go south on Hazelwood. Plus, up here at Sam's is a good location for shooters, although since the car was shot down there, maybe it was the guys on foot that did the shooting?
Could be. Not in there. Someone said the stabilization is as smooth as a baby's bottom.
I better drive a little more reckless to check that out.
Yeah, they think we're lollygagging out here if it's too steady.
But if he is found, contact advice, he probably will find police.
I think we're going to see one of those two tonight.
Yeah, the Nissan, but don't have a plate on though, right?
Right.
45
But no plates makes it stand out maybe even more.
Well, I was driving out to visit my mother today, and I saw so many cars without plates on. They're everywhere.
It's unbelievable.
There's 2 out of the last 3 there on the side of the road.
Huh.
It's just unbelievable. So I don't know. Let us know how the sound is too. You know, how's the sound? Is the sound better? I don't want too good a sound because you might hear me breathing. And that's an annoying noise.
I think one night I was so hungry out here, somebody heard my stomach rumbling.
I hear a siren. There must be coming lights and siren to this call. Well,
I'm in the Twins Market reviewing.
I didn't think it was germane, but it must be something else going on here. What's the address here? Oh, these are 1500 blocks. We're going down to, I think, what's the address there? Must have had a...
Should be about 1572.
6-3.
The line is having difficulties finding you or the patient. Can you advise?
I am with the liner, and we are having difficulty finding the patients. We're going back to the other side.
Testing.
It must be another fire truck. They must have thought that house was on fire, huh?
I guess. Did you hear that domestic out on Charles last night?
I did not.
Where the guy stabbed his significant other, or slashed her in the head, set the apartment on fire.
Oh,
The cops had to get there and evacuate the building. He barricaded himself in the apartment, and I never did hear whether they thought he had barricaded himself in the apartment. I'm not sure if they ever successfully took him into custody or not.
sounds like a backup is still coming. We'll get out of that way.
528.
528.
Oh, 3 of them.
So I guess it's coming across an accident at Jackson and 94 here, so Jackson. I'll let you know if you start Central Squad.
The Central Squad is start towards Jackson 94 an accident. Wait here. I'm starting around.
Well, I think this is where the call was. What is that there?
That is a Toyota and a Chevy.
The black one on that side?
The caller is most likely still
That's
in
a
her
Subaru.
unit, which is 340, as she was very evasive and wanting to come down to the lobby.
Well,
Officers are here.
So they're talking to the victim, and we'll go see if the suspect starts scoping back.
From the Cartel Business Center at 200 Sunny Road.
And the plate is going to be something similar to that MEN 233 unless he has stolen plates on it. As it comes back to a Crown Victoria.
Yeah.
So this time of day in rush hour, sometimes the system is overloaded and we'll get the slight freezing up of the picture.
Well, I can't watch it, but you're watching it a little bit on your phone. It looks like it's okay to you.
Looks like it's good now.
Yeah. We'll sit over here in this parking lot for a little bit. You know,
sounds good.
I'm gonna read a little bit of that article. We can look for that car, and maybe the shooters will show up too from the other thing.
When you look at this article in the Minneapolis paper on the rising crime over there, there is a video attached of two young men standing outside a woman's car. And you can't really tell it in that video, but during that time they're standing there, she apparently did not move fast enough for these attempted carjackers, and they fired 2 shots at her window that didn't go through, thank God, and bounced off, and one that hit her mirror before they took off. How terrifying would that be?
We don't have injuries here. I can Morgan plan this, but I need a couple, maybe PO or somebody give me him some fellas.
Yeah, they discussed, the article discusses that particular incident. But then it goes on to say, over the past 2 months, Minneapolis police have logged more than 125 carjackings in the city. 125 carjackings in 2
That's an average of more than 2 a day.
And there was one day they had 8 of them.
Unbelievable.
Within an hour period Saturday morning, police reported 3 separate carjackings in southeast Minneapolis, including one where an elderly woman was struck on the head. Such attacks are up 537% this month when compared with last November. 537%. The police spokesperson John Elder states that, quote, "The numbers are staggering. It defies all civility and any shred of common human decency." And they stress that suspects tend to approach victims on the sidewalk and the parking lot. Often they are distracted with routine tasks. A significant number have targeted seniors and unaccompanied women. Seniors and unaccompanied women. You know, you just...
They seek out the most vulnerable of victims.
I can't even believe it.
Sorry?
You can clear from that 911 hang up on Ohio. TC called back.
So they didn't, Minneapolis PD didn't track this type of behavior until September 22nd. They used to track them as robberies, but they started tracking them as carjackings. So they believe there's at least 375 carjackings this year. 17 this week. 3 times higher than last year. The suspects have been known to ask for directions, then rob the victim of a purse, phone, or car.
60 more.
Quite the crime trend.
Oh, there's been a couple comments that this is a dead spot for the cell phone, but I've been watching the live feed on Facebook, and it has been uninterrupted. So it could be your phones.
Well, we're going to move anyhow, just because if we sit in one spot too long, someone might choose to come to our location.
And it just could be it's someone who's not fond of us.
Well, it's hard to believe. But
to know us is to love us.
Hard. But they don't get to know us first. That's the problem with some of these guys.
Can we change what he is to make it Jackson as well, please?
So I think we got a good test of our camera. We are going to wait until it's a little darker before we call it a night, because we want to see what it looks like in the dark.
And this is going to be a shorter than usual live on patrol, but we will be back Friday night at our usual time of 9/11.
There you have it.
And you know, I've seen some commentary about it. The carjacking situation is really not something you can blame on the economy or COVID. It's been going on for well over a year, probably a year and a half. And it's to take a gun and point it at someone or shoot someone or beat someone with it to steal their car is not an economic crime. It is a predatory intimidation crime. There's things going on out here that can certainly be attributed to COVID and the economy, but that I don't consider to be one of them.
Nope.
And for those who've been commenting, the YouTube commenting has been turned off. It unfortunately gets out of hand over there because people are able to comment anonymously.
Sorry about that. We forgot to tell our friends that run the YouTube to shut them off. We can't shut them off permanently, it turns out. They don't let you do that. You got to shut them off every time you start one.
Property damage accident at 73. Two vehicles not blocking, so I think some other driver's making not the 12 speed if they don't have insurance.
And I'm hoping we shut comments and chat off, right? I don't know how it works.
Yeah. Not sure either.
We're not technologically that smart.
Well, I'm going to throw a little bit of trivia out here that has absolutely nothing to do with police work, except when we go get a cheese dog.
Okay.
A friend of mine posted a question on Facebook the other day. Pete is his name. And I would like to think I know a good bit about police work.
Yeah.
But when outside of that, I know a little bit about a lot of stuff. I don't know a whole lot about any one particular other topic.
Yeah, you're a jack of all trades.
Yeah, a little bit about a lot of stuff.
Not a king, but a jack.
And here's the question Pete posed.
Oh. There's just so many cars out with no plates all the time. Go ahead, I'm listening.
It gets tiresome.
It's tiresome.
So you get a pack of hot dog
And by the
buns.
way, I just want to mention, we get a lot of cars stolen from dealerships nowadays, where they go in and so having a dealer plate means nothing anymore.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead. Whoa.
I suppose we could just drive up next to him and I can look and see if that permit looks good.
No, wait till he gets out to park. His pants are falling down. Oh, that is a permit.
I'm not sure if it is either.
Well, we'll pull right up. And
Back up a little. I can get a great.
Go ahead and get out and take a look at it. Oh, he's coming back.
I'm going to tell him.
Oh, let's go back in. Hang on a minute. We're going to the other store. Just see if you can peek in. I'll cover you.
What? 532.
What, 532?
How long is it? 499.
That is definitely a legit 21 day.
All right, there we go.
The other one is 114,600.
So,
We don't even have to trouble him.
yeah.
528.
Trouble him. Just bring him up in conversation. See, nice car.
I like that. I like those. You like it? Me too. You need a light? Okay. Have a good one.
Right.
1536.
The guy could go back in the HQ.
So you get a pack of hot dog buns.
Yeah.
I think they come in 8 or 10.
Yep.
8, yeah. And there's 2 rows of them. And they're baked so that they're all connected to each other.
The buns.
The buns are.
Okay.
So how do they slice those middle 2 buns?
Good question. Well, then you got to have little knives that slide in from the sides, right?
There is a little circular blade
Oh, really?
that they just run
Throw it in.
the middle through.
Okay.
And it cuts those, the middle buns 3/4 of the way through.
It's a great piece of information, but I think I might have got a 32 on the ACT if I knew that. Oh, pretty funny, Pat. You gonna show us a picture now?
Nope.
I want to see the little circular saw. I like it when it's dark better.
This right here
Yeah?
has always my entire life
Been your favorite?
been my favorite time of day.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite's always been later the better.
44 next to Tango, third quarter.
And you know why? It's just less traffic, less confusion about who's on which side.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I mean, I gotta say, for the few times I did work at 3 o'clock, having little kids wave at you and people waving at you, that was awesome. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love that. But, you know, the element that's on the street after 2 o'clock is
There's a higher percentage
higher
of
percentage
of
likelihood
of
coming across.
yes, a ne'er-do-well.
A ne'er-do-well. See that ne'er-do-well. That's a good. I never use that word, but that's probably a good one.
You know what other word I like? Villain. I love villain.
4460.
Well, I was on the radio yesterday, and some of you might have listened to it. If you haven't, it's on my Facebook page. It's a 20-minute interview with Chad Hartman from CCO. I posted on the Facebook page, and to be honest, they called me and said they wanted to talk about drones and maybe a little bit about the chase we had on Facebook Live. Well, but the conversation went a wide variety of other ways. But during that 20-minute interview, I did end up using the term crooks. And it's probably not used that often anymore, is it?
I use it a lot.
Showing my age a little bit, though. So, crooks.
You have 369, take channel 44.
Crooks, villains, and ne'er-do-wells.
369, I'll go to 4.
So we're on Forest here. We're going to go southbound on Forest back into the district where the shooting occurred. The odds are the next retaliatory shooting will happen someplace else. But here's the other school of thought. If the shooters were on foot, which it possibly is because the car got hit and 2 guys ran, that might mean the shooters live in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So the victims might retaliate.
Whoa.
Might retaliate in the neighborhood. There's a lot of people driving too fast nowadays. Have you noticed? Well, I know you have.
Mm-hmm.
It is beautiful, though.
Mm-hmm.
That picture that Chief Axtell posted out his window the other day. You see that with the purple sky?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous picture.
53.
Sometimes the cameras capture it prettier than reality.
Very
You
true.
advise wanting to use the door next to my squad. Stop the entrance.
Copy. 53.
So if you have a computer, which of course most of you do, you can watch the St. Paul City Council hearing tonight on their budget. It's primarily set there, finalize their tax levy, I think, but there's a hearing on all the other issues as well. And hopefully there'll be some good commentary.
Fletcher 1700 EOT 131. 131. 135. 147.
147.
151.
Let's take a left here. That might have been
155.
in a silver Altima.
157.
I'll be with that car.
158. 1243. 1249. 330.
Anyhow, if you're interested in hearing a little discussion about crime, have a listen to that. It's about a 20-minute interview. I was surprised, to be honest with you.
347.
I was wrong. That is a Sonata or Elantra.
350. 350.
You can get that interview on CCO's webpage too, but on our Facebook page.
350.
Seriously, folks, listen to that interview.
Any other
That was amazing.
Well, thanks for saying that. It kind of, I was surprised by some of the tone of his questioning, but he's a good person. I just think he was playing the devil's advocate with me a few times, right?
Yeah, I think that was definitely the case.
168.
His dad and my dad were very good friends.
Yeah. For those of you that know, Chad's dad was Sid Hartman,
Charlie, uniform
and passed away here recently. He was legendary.
1645.
Absolutely.
And of course, if you haven't listened to us before, of course, Pat's dad was Ray Scott, legendary as well, in the baseball field. So we're back down at Earl and 4th. You can see the squads there. They're processing the scene. Now they're looking for any other additional casings in the street over there to the right. Taking pictures of the house that was shot up.
A lot of wheels spinning at one time when you're investigating someone having been shot. It's the officers have to have a lot of plates spinning in the air. You have to take photos. You have to look for shell casings. You have to look for expended bullets.
I think we're up to about 200 hours now of live stream, Pat.
We have a car.
Really?
So we can send
Yeah,
them 400
200
right there.
hours.
Wow.
This victim here is on the phone with another victim in FaceTime who's also been shot. 400 right there.
Whoa.
We can send the car there, please.
Did you say that somebody was shot?
Sounded like it.
30.
Say hi to these fellows.
Is there an available car to search a 400 White Bear? Possible another victim that's been shot.
Hi, how y'all doing? Oh, no.
No.
You know what? Let me hop out with a flashlight.
You got yours?
Copy on the phone call.
You got the old light?
I got the old light.
Is it in the street or is it by the car? In the car?
You got it? Yeah, I got it. All right. All right. Have a good night. We figured you were looking for something.
306, wherever you have to take them from. If you have to hold a day squad and send them, or if the strike teams check in, I don't care where.
So it sounds like another victim from this same shooting?
Yeah, that's what the sergeant's thinking. 400
Copy, any
White
day
Bear.
squads still in the air, any strike teams are available to go to 400 White Bear.
But I'm not sure if the sergeant is there in the scene or just, getting the call.
We're at 6 Fletcher Central.
Bus 383.
383.
We can break from this domestic and head down there. We've pretty much handled all of it, so go ahead and mark it report.
Copy.
It sounded like the victim was still out there, right?
On White Bear, yeah.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah.
That's 648. Five 32.
It's okay.
We'll be clear from this. We're down the road from hit and run at once. Seven 3 and I will be out on Dilley
My
Drive
son's,
on the
my
Walter
15-year-old is learning how to drive.
Copy.
He's really doing a great job. He's got his permit, of course, and
Go to Sienna.
his driver's ed instructor said that showed good confidence. That's so important when you're out there that you can actually feel confident. You can gauge time and distance to merge on a freeway,
Right.
which is one of the things that they did right away.
Well, no doubt that 2,000 plus mile road trip
Yeah,
helped with that confidence. That was a good idea.
there's a Jeep. I don't know where that Jeep's running from, but it was a rapid
Golf 1.
departure. Yeah, that road trip gave him a lot of.
We're around 400 White Bear that shooting.
Copy. 383. Clear from that address if you'd like.
You can leave the district car now.
Copy. 648.
What would really be nice would be to see that blue pickup truck you sent me a photo of.
Yeah. Well, once you get relicensed, then I can drive it. I'll have the benefit of looking. It's a little easier to scan the field. So how's that camera working for those of you that just joined us? Is it the bounciness better, the resolution better?
2363.
We're going to know here how it's going to work in the darkness in a minute.
I'll be clear assist. Could you send me a number for a lockout, same location. Plate number is 018, Lincoln George Edward. Be clear assist on that.
Copy.
It honestly looks brighter on the screen of both the Facebook and your phone
Yeah.
than it does in real life.
Yeah.
Full spell at 1651.
Much better.
Well, thank you, Shiloh.
So now your job, Shiloh, is to rate the quality of the speakers.
Yeah.
We'll be okay with B minuses.
Like Bob often says, we definitely have faces for radio.
Faces for radio. There you go. So we don't know for sure, but we think that down here by the subway, down by
5283, clear assist.
that's probably the Opticom is flashing up there. By the way, if you didn't know this, you see that flashing light in front of us? That means that another squad or firefighter has activated their Opticom and locked onto it and is coming from a cross direction. Or possibly toward us. Here they come on the left.
4492 Tango,
And
4471.
once they lock it up like that, no other
4492 Tango.
agency can get the right of way, and that's deconfliction.
1747 DeSoto on the DOA.
It's also designed to let the police officers see that flashing light and know, don't go through that intersection because someone's coming.
Right.
And that product's made by a local company called Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing. It's been since I started in 77, it's been here. It's a lot of other cities use it, but Minneapolis, for many other intersections, does not.
386.
386.
Great product, though.
Can you clear me from my detail and put me out on the
And
shots fired?
it's not radio transmission, because if it was radio transmission, it wouldn't know for sure which way you were coming, so it wouldn't know. So it's strobe. It's a flashing strobe that emits a light into a small sensor tube. So here's where we are with the victim right there. They got shot.
383, can we get the next location that he was safe?
Looks like they may have been shot in the leg.
Yeah.
Flash mod, what was your number?
Looks like traffic is kind of backing up there for them.
383, if you can start medics
One thing I do notice about this
a
camera,
16-year-old male who's been shot in the upper thigh, the scene is safe for medics.
just gazing at the screen you have up there once
Copy,
in a
30
while,
minutes, 1654.
when we're stopped, that the glare of the lights is better. You know how the lights are always glaring on us?
Yeah.
Somehow there's better
It's not messing up the image near as much.
anti-glare. I don't know if this goes through. Been at this house a couple times before myself, actually.
Yeah, me too, back in the day, as they say. It's funny when you're watching on your camera phone, you can see when we go over bumps and it shakes and such, but on the YouTube image or the Facebook image, you don't see any bounce.
There's that flashing white light, and there is
One of the strike units.
one of our strike force units. So anyhow, there was a shooting down on Earl and 4th. We saw one victim report, one witness said that two suspects ran north across the street. One victim showed up at the hospital in a car, and one victim reported getting shot from here at the address at 400 White Bear. He's obviously, you can see him limping around up there. But we don't know yet if he has any information on the suspects, but at this point, we're assuming not.
Been seeing this for a few months now, that oftentimes weekdays and weeknights are busier than the weekends are.
Yeah, especially since the shutdown. Well, this is where we were when that chase came at us, remember?
Yep.
This way, off the freeway, and then we went up Flander, and we were doing, it was the moving roadblock that time too. Thankfully we were
246 Eaton Street, the public storage.
way ahead.
1657.
And then we paralleled them up on Kennard.
Oh, that's a beautiful sunset.
What else has happened in the last couple days? The Vikings won.
Hallelujah.
I gotta admit, I gotta tell you, I was watching it with my mother. That's our Sunday afternoon tradition. And BB dropped that punt. You know, he dropped the punt. 2 minutes left in the game. On the 8-yard line, 10-yard line, the punt hits him in the chest, bounces off the helmet of the other player, and they recovered on the 8-yard line. Okay, now we're behind by 3 points. BB drops the punt, and all they got to do really is burn the clock off. And
532 case number, please.
so I turned the channel.
Huh.
I said, hey, that's...
532 case number 255.
I'm gonna watch the other game. This is a true story. Of course, my mother wasn't that happy. She said, I'm not gonna watch the misery of the last 2 minutes. Of course, they came back, and because the team kicked a field goal, and Vikings came back and scored a touchdown and won by 1. But
Golf one.
the other game was out of control too, so I turned it back to
time the
see
victim
the
here.
missing field goal.
Fourth and narrow by the Dairy Queen in the market there. So
Sean Campbell.
Yep.
Is there any squads already checked that area? Do you know?
Well, they've been
369. Yeah, we're out here. We do have a crime scene out here.
have a what?
Copy. We're just gonna walk somebody in the field there.
Where's the house with the wreath that got shot here the other night? I mean, it's right here, but just see if you can pick it out. I don't want to announce the address again, but I think we're pretty close.
I think this one right here.
Yeah,
right there.
There's the wreath. Yeah.
A19 copy. A19, you copy? Alright, Donnie, copy.
Oh,
532.
that's good info. You got that?
You can add another plate. 135 Mike X-ray Tango.
Copy 1701.
We have a couple of analysts that send us information
532 is the case number right here.
periodically, and read that,
532, case number 255841.
Patrick.
Oh, okay.
Received, thank you. Welcome, 1701.
That is going to be very recognizable.
Well, to you, because you're the eagle eye of cars.
Huh?
Let's go find it.
And those two, both of them look like the same.
Style?
No, they're slightly different.
Similar style. We'll talk to Sean and see if he's got the same info.
22, copy and right to check the area, the 911 hang up, 1040 to 1098 University. Hold in line, no response to the TC within 19 meters. 911 only phone at 1703.
Friend, if you're monitoring, can you, you got Sean Campbell's phone number, can you send that to him too? Did you get it or not?
Yes,
Interesting.
from you.
Yeah. Friend, tell him that the sheriff wanted him to, we wanted to help him out.
A lot of traffic in and out. It's like normal liquor store stuff. Looks like the same numbers. I think they have like a sound system or something going.
Well, it is amazing how light the sky looks in that
1991
picture.
copy that. Thanks, guys.
And how
Yeah.
dark it looks outside, right?
It really is.
45.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
You can give me advice.
Copy.
Alright, 493 Tango, we'll be with Charlie Robert Alpha 207.
Copy.
Crazy.
I feel like there's more drama to come tonight. It's kind of in the air, isn't it?
175.
75.
On a DKP at 764 Vandalia. Check the area for a female that's staggering. Believes that she's intoxicated. Native female, large navy blue jacket, blue jeans, white boots. Last seen northbound. 1706.
You know, somebody called me the other day and said, you guys, the longer you're out there, the funnier you
Located
get.
casings at 1044 4th Street.
Well, that's encouraging.
You're not really funny in the beginning.
Copy, case response at 1044 4th Street at 1706.
We're not really funny in the beginning, but 4 hours into it, loosen up. I don't know.
I
That's
don't know.
a compliment or a criticism?
For recovered
Yeah.
stolen 46
Are we getting
15
funnier,
Avenue,
or are we
T.
getting
Caller and
punchy?
Silver minivan to recover their unoccupied stolen.
Just swinging down here real quick before we go back to 4th Street.
LLM signs on. Had the loud music, and he's driving southbound in the parking lot towards the liquor store.
Still want to keep half an eye on this house down here
Mm-hmm.
that we know is. Look at that picture. Look at. I mean, I'm going to stop right here for a minute.
That's.
How bright that is,
I can't imagine a better picture.
and
to be
actually how
honest with you.
dark it is in reality. What was that?
4495 Signal, Squad Road.
528.
Hey, Morgan, please. Big marks for Central and Downtown Immunity.
791707.
Let me hop out to take a call from this investigator, okay?
Okay.
Just in case.
And tell them we haven't mentioned anything about any of these cars.
Hello. Good, how are you?
I can't see it on that.
Strike 2.
Hang on one
You can
second.
send us a pending.
You want me to get out of the car?
Strike 19,
I'm gonna put
766
Bob on
Rose
with you.
Avenue on a 911 hang-up.
Let's go in the back.
DC could hear
Window,
heavy
window.
breathing within 16 meters. There's a history of domestic at the address and phone number.
Received.
168.
1708.
Clear Morgan, clear. 658.
Go for it.
Go for it.
We're concerned about the street, so thank you.
So they have casings out here. There's some good video and some still photos. The county's
168
gonna
at the area on the
send them out
suspicious
for
at Anchor Bank, 1574 Concordia.
cost review.
There was a male in the basement level area, ran out of the long secured area. Currently outside.
Copy information
30 to
for
50 year
squad.
old,
Good video
light
and
skinned
still
male,
photos of
5'5",
suspect
thin build, red hoodie, dark
First
jacket,
off,
white mask,
1709.
jeans and black shoes. Copy of move. 1709.
Yeah, Don, they're for the Thai restaurant. There's about 20 of them. Half of them are wearing the bright yellow traffic lights. So they're not hanging out by the loud music right now.
Golf one, can I get the Sienna time, please?
Golf 1, the CN is 255-822. 255-822. First call came in at 15:59.
Receive, thanks.
Welcome 1710.
1710.
We should probably never get out of the car at the same time.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks.
Walk yourself on the sidewalk, and they just
We
kind of
had some
little park.
information that couldn't be shared on the live that we had to discuss with an investigator.
Back of the van opened up, got some music, in the parking lot itself. Copy that.
Did you read that?
Oh. Get my seatbelt in a sec here.
You know, you got a good eye on them. You want me to move south? I can't really see much from
Turn my
here.
Yeah.
versus vehicle.
Bright lights are brighter in person than on the screen too.
2493 Tango work, course 4. Copy. Sir, Central Squad to start towards Rice in Pennsylvania. Accident with injuries, vehicle versus pedestrian. 283, you can put yours back in Penny and we'll head there.
206, copy.
1712.
Pretty steady call loads out there.
So we're on Earl Street. We're coming up on 4th. We were just on 3rd. It goes 3rd, then Fremont, and then 4th. So there's a couple other people there out watching the cops collect casings. Here at 4th and Earl is the Twins Marketed Meats, which is always a gathering place. Across the street is the Dairy Queen. A couple guys arguing over there, huh?
Looks like the owner or clerk
286.
talking to the guy.
Yeah, with 1043 both here. Good.
1043, what's the street name?
Somebody's using the F word.
Yep,
Both here.
he's got some issues.
Everything.
Oops, is it Kirby? No.
Hello, y'all see me?
Young lady's on the phone. Picking up some treats. And kitty corner from here is where the shooting was.
Whoa.
But usually if there's a shooting in this corner,
2315 Grolberg Street, unit number 3 for a
usually somebody had a connection to here beforehand, you know?
155.
If they were on foot, they were probably here at some point.
We'll be clear the welfare check. Advise comments added. And can you put us on an investigate? You can just use the address for TJ Maxx. I think it's 1440 Uni. Receive 1715.
Officers are still across the street over there, across from the market.
Can you have a call meet us outside?
Still got the tape up over there.
Yeah, collecting evidence or
253. We'll be out with your vehicle versus pedestrian. We're on.
Yeah, there have been a number of
Right,
shots
Pennsylvania.
fired and shootings at this market over the last few months, over the last couple of years.
or in the proximity.
Check the area near 2168 Snelling Avenue North for a 15-year-old who was crying and panhandling. It's gonna be a white female wearing a dark coat with fur boots.
One 168.
168.
Culver's no longer on scene.
Copy, thank you.
You're welcome, 1716.
This parking lot has seen better days.
Phone call request for a SEC report for a phone stolen from 2655 Scotland Court about 3 weeks ago.
165.
Bus line just stopped here on Earl?
1716.
Or is that a bus? No, what is that? By the Dairy
Huh.
Queen. Is that like a FedEx bus? A FedEx truck?
It's being pulled. It's a trailer.
Oh, it's a trailer.
I don't
This
know if
guy's
it's
coming out to say hi just in case he's thinking of doing us some harm.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Same shit, different toilet. I knew who y'all was. You ain't have to light them up.
Well,
I'm gonna get the hell out y'all way.
we just didn't want you to think we were bad guys.
Oh, you see this ball spot? I don't worry about shit.
Hey, we're on the same
You
page.
feel me? I did my time in the army, goddammit, and I got 4 daughters, and I finally had my boy 20 years later, so I'm good.
Thank you for your service.
Thank-
Smile, I just smile.
Thank you for everything you did.
Tim and Paul, Edwin said hi. Edwin Lindsay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Start our way. We are at Vandalia and Cap. No female, conscious breathing, mental health.
Copy 604 for medics.
Over.
Copy 1717.
Partially, we're hanging here just to provide a little cover for the officers that are out in the street on the other side. You just never know
Yep.
what's going to happen down here.
283.
182.
Can I get a Spanish speaking officer down here? 182.
Copy search at 2550 University. Hennepin County is going to be out there regarding one of the St. Paul runaway in custody, looking just to exchange the party.
In route.
1718.
Well,
What time is it? 5:18?
yes, sir.
Well, we'll know in pitch darkness how the camera's working here soon. Getting dark out here fast.
Yeah, it is.
2683 call. Negative, my apologies. 278 calling.
The officers are getting ready to head out. Found all the evidence they need. Well, so far a good test for Friday, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Terrific.
We are going to be good to go on Friday.
The picture that got pushed out is the victim's car. That is at Regions, and we have that.
Ah. Okay.
Copy. Vehicle that's been sent out is the victim's vehicle that is currently at Regions. 1719.
Oh, that's too bad.
Golf 1, copy 6.
Well, that's the only way you figure out who's got what.
Exactly.
Push it around and see who's got what info.
Area.
1720.
Oops.
We'll
Boy, the car was behind us was driving faster than normal people do. Just wanted to make sure I didn't block his path. It's amazing how fast it got dark though, isn't it?
Yeah, it happens fast this time of year.
Holy mackerel.
You know, I saw another article in the Minneapolis paper a couple of days ago where recently Minneapolis PD and the ATF chased a suspect into I believe it was a store or barber shop in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And during a wrestling match, a .45 caliber Glock fell out of his waistband. And he's now facing federal charges for that gun. That gun
Oh yeah, 18.
had 14 different crimes, including a murder, that one gun is directly connected to.
Yeah.
4.
And you probably are wondering, how do they identify it? Pat might know more than me. It used to be that you would look at the unique riflings in the bullet part that was expired because it matched up to the barrel. But of the last 10 years, the primary way is looking at the firing pin mark on the casing,
Right.
which is unique as well. So guns leave certain marks on their shell casings that are ejected by and large nowadays because most people are using semi-automatics as opposed to revolvers. But anything else you want to say on
It is precise as a fingerprint, the individual markings from gun to gun. And even on the sides of the shell casing, there will be marks left from it being ejected, from it having been in the chamber. And the tooling marks in every single gun are unique to that gun.
Yeah.
And that's how they're able to connect a casing to a particular gun.
Yeah, an amazing technology. Probably the only more amazing is the ability to swab a gun for DNA and determine who's been holding it.
That is
Start
nice.
14 will take your suspicious on Stillwater.
Huge.
Copy 1791 Stillwater, 2223.
Or 494.
Go ahead.
You can show me out at 1896 Barclay, returning items.
Copy.
What else do we got? What other news? Oh, I heard there was some Minneapolis police officers that were struck by a stolen car.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know if you saw that article.
No.
Yeah. Attempted to stop it, and of course that happened here as well. That's what that silver Impala we're looking for.
Yes. And then 2 gang unit officers a couple weeks ago at the 444 Maryland Market.
We're going to make sure we conclude before that city council meeting starts, just because I want to watch that tonight in terms of what the discussion's going to be.
So yeah, in reply to some of the comments, this was a pretty spontaneous live on patrol we did, primarily to test out the quality of the new camera and phone. So this is going to be a shorter than usual one, but we will be back at our usual 9/11 on Friday.
We wanted to make sure something didn't go drastically wrong on 9/11 on Friday. You know, one of the platforms not working, or somehow it just could have been worse.
Why don't you send me the dangerous condition?
We even adjusted
Then I'll know that I'll get the
mount a
call
little
description
bit
array.
so that the center of the picture would be the center of the focus.
It's spot on perfect in my eyes.
123. We'll be in round today.
And Pat, just so you know, Pat and I are going to exchange Christmas presents on Friday. Friday night we're going to exchange Christmas presents. So
9170, you can send it to me.
Copy, thank you. 1726.
And who knows, we might even do it on the hood of the...
oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we'll do it on the hood of the
Hood of
Durango.
the Durango.
3-minute delay for this.
And we'll be able to see what we give each other.
With a brown and black hunting rifle was in the parking lot. The white male is mid-20s, 6 feet, average build, wearing a light colored jacket and a stocking cap.
A
He was
stocking
holding
cap.
the rifle in a light colored gray and white two-tone hatchback.
52 on time.
That's in Roseville.
82 going.
26.
And also, Force 1, if you can you contact transit and let them know that this could be hampering their buses.
So I don't know how many Twinkies I can get in a black garbage bag, but that's, that'll be what your present looks like.
Chocolate Twinkies, please.
Chocolate Twinkies.
You may have ruined me with
they-
chocolate Twinkies.
Yeah.
Those are
It's
so
funny.
good.
I was cleaning the car out the other day to get ready, and I saw in a bag what I thought was a chocolate Twinkie from the M&H. Okay, and I grabbed it with enthusiasm and excitement. Oh, a spare Twinkie, a spare chocolate Twinkie.
4494.
And as I pulled it from the bag, I realized
And relative to the PD West
that
property.
in case I didn't like that chocolate Twinkie, I had bought a Swiss roll too. You know the Swiss rolls?
Oh yeah.
And darn if it wasn't just the Swiss roll.
Well, Swiss rolls are good.
Yeah, but I was looking forward to the Twinkie.
They ain't no Twinkie.
Nope. This person was out jogging earlier. They're making a lot of progress.
Boy, I used to jog a lot.
Did you?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, up till
I didn't know that.
up till probably my mid-40s. I would jog 20 to 25 miles a week.
And what was your overall goal? Stress reduction? You're not heavy. Just liked it or what?
Just I actually did get to the point where I really, really liked it, but I initially did it just to be more fit for being out in the street, being able to catch a villain now and then, a ne'er-do-well.
I've seen you in action. And usually you're outsmarting them instead of chasing them. Usually
I did try to do that.
Usually you're out. You knew the angle. You knew where they were going, and I see you pull up on a lot of people over the years, but it never seemed like it was more than a 30-foot chase. But
Tried to. It's always good to police smart.
yeah. Well, you were and you are that, no doubt. That's why you got to pass that test. Get your license back.
Right.
By the way, some people do ask that question. Pat is an analyst for us. He was a police officer for many years, retired in 2010, but his license since expired, so he has to go back and take another test to get his license reactivated. So,
And like all tests, I have to study for that test.
he has to study. But like all people, he'd rather be on patrol than studying.
Exactly.
And still walking north. We do have
Check 19.
southbound traffic on Rice is stopped at Maryland.
Will do, 1730. Check 19, did you copy? Copy. 1730.
You better see what the Capitol looks like with this new camera.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're southbound on Jackson. Things have slowed down a little bit since that shooting over there on Earl and 4th. I might swing through the hospital lot here. Maybe the car that got shot up probably still there. To say, seen many a shot up car at Regent's Hospital over the years.
Oh yeah.
Some of them take off, but some of them stay there with their friend.
Yeah, I really want to know what kind of car that is, because I did not recognize that.
And thank you again to the nurses at Regent's Hospital for your work.
Amazing human beings.
Really appreciate it.
Full 541.
Go ahead.
Rice Street is now open. The walkers have taken Cook, and they're off the main street of Rice Street.
Copy, Rice Street open now on Cook at 1732.
Strike 13 from Ramsey. Who's the caller?
532.
Maybe.
Caller is a Matt Bryant.
Report 1732.
Do they have a description of this meal?
That's probably it there, huh?
Negative.
No,
Front had no
it's not.
description, just said that they might have video footage.
Okay.
Copy.
1733.
No holds.
Wait a minute.
I think it might be it.
It might be. Let me bring this up again. I enlarged the picture and brought it up.
We'll check the other side anyhow.
No, it's the back window
Yeah.
angles that way, and that angles the reverse. The very back of the back window.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What
It's a
one
rear
you
window.
think
Yep.
is
You're right.
4492 Tango, you're CN.
But good eye, it's definitely something on that order.
304.
Two 78.
It's about 278.
Could you have 283, take 4?
Not that one?
No.
Okay.
4447, the last three. 307. 1734. 73.
5280.
5280.
Car's in a hurry, huh?
Said they were still checking the area.
Copy, still checking the area near Affinity Credit Union, 1734.
Hopefully they don't roll a victim out of their car.
No plate. Yellow sticker. No vent window.
Juvenile female to 1015 York, 4.0 on the mileage.
Receive 1734.
Check somebody shot out their windows, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should probably just
I think so.
see if they're...
8296 rise.
Oh, that wasn't good.
1735.
Oh, watch. That wasn't good. How's it look right?
Clear right.
9173, coming out to the disorderly conduct near Midland Avenue and Sierra Avenue for quick juveniles throwing and tags to passerby, 1735.
Too suspicious there, Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Another window out. What color is that? Is that brown or
Yeah, it's kind of
dark
brown,
gray?
yeah. It's brown. This must be somebody that was concerned about somebody down there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just see what's going on.
No, don't try and do that.
You got a radio?
Yep.
5281, clear guard. Loaded.
Happy at 1736.
Strike 19. This will be clear assisted.
Copy at 1736.
Ninety-one 71.
71. Can you back 9170 with disorderly conduct at 1935 Ivy Lane for a 33-year-old male who needs to go to detox so he doesn't leave the home? 9171, I copy.
9173.
9170.
9173. I'll take my DOC on patrol and I'll back 9170, 9171 can cancel it.
I copy. 9171, you're clear. 71 copy. 1737.
You got your notebook?
I don't have my notebook.
Oh, I got one here.
I had a pen.
I got pins. Turns out it was her boyfriend that was shot. In case you're wondering, she was going down to check on her boyfriend, and she decided to leave. So she doesn't know much about the shooting, but I will be right back after I get her full name and date of birth and her phone number in case anybody wants to contact with her.
Right. 168. You can show clear that party found their vehicle.
Copy.
1739.
1030, myself and 32 will be responding to the alarm.
I copy, you're both en route to Bigley Auto Body, 2409 Margaret Street North, covering southeast motion at 1739.
02. Sheriff's Department's requesting a check of the address for a party with a cops alert. See that they also have a DOC warrant. Cops are going to be for felony domestic assault by strangulation. 1739.
24, you clear advise, we'll assist on that.
Copy.
Mobile Field Force 1.
Mobile Field Force 1.
No change, the group is still on Cook between Grace and Park.
Copy, no change. Group still on Cook at 1741.
So, like I said, her boyfriend was one of the ones that got shot today. I think there actually turned up with more than 2 victims, but
8296.
and we just wanted to make sure we get all the info in case she ends up
Suspect won't be here. We'll be clear advice.
being someone that the investigators want to talk to. She said she wasn't anywhere near the incident. Of course, claims that he had nothing to do with any of it, which might be true. So, but that's how things go. You know, you see someone urgently going to the hospital and then they urgently leave the hospital.
Right.
So, just change their mind about going in and checking. Plus, the hospitals right now with COVID really don't let anybody in anyhow. They don't want you lingering around.
And it is not unheard of for suspects in shootings to go to the hospital hoping to finish the job.
Absolutely. That was our initial. But there were 2 females in that car, which didn't strike me as the shooters, but that's what our thinking was. Hey, we're going to retaliate against other people.
South on Rice, and they have both planes, both north and south. They're marching south from Cook.
Copy, group now marching southbound Rice from Cook, blocking both lanes, 1743.
Is this the iPhone 12 Pro Max?
It is. Yeah, it is. Supposed to be, everything's upgraded a little bit. Why do you ask?
Someone was asking.
It is, and the Pro Max over the regular iPhone 12 is supposed to have an additional stabilizer built into the camera. Something to do with magnets.
Well, it certainly seems to be working well.
I'm a little worried about the sound being too good, because I like to eat a Twinkie now and then, and I know chips are really annoying.
We'll wait for
But Twinkies shouldn't be that bad. We should put a Twinkie filter on here, right? It will filter someone eating a Twinkie. Twinkie filter.
$52.83 and $52.81.
83. Squad 369.
369.
Kilo is off when you're in. Overlog in there. Fix your computer.
Currently
inside South St. Paul stolen in Collar's driveway for the last 20 minutes.
I did see on the news that
375.
the city is planning to have Bethesda open for the homeless
Right,
soon,
east of the property.
and
Copy, 1745.
Harriet Island and Duluth and Case, so they're hopeful. There was a woman that from Model Cities that runs the Safe Space who does an awesome job there. She was on television last night talking about how full everything is for the homeless.
9th Avenue with Adam William Edward 226.
But
Mobile Force 1, the group is now through Hatch, still considering.
I hear a siren. I get a siren. Oh, it's behind us, and it's like fire. Best thing to do if you hear a siren and it's a ways away, just pull over to the right. Don't try to get too tricky.
Copy, your code 4 at 1746.
Anyhow, I'll go up this way for a while, huh?
Yeah. Maybe,
Do you want to read anything on the other phone or not?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I honestly, just like the comments that were on the post about the WCCO and even my son's picture, little Bobby's picture from 15 years ago on the Salvation Army, such heartwarming comments, and I don't know how many people really care about us as people, but it feels like a lot do, you know. So thank you for your comments. It's very rewarding and fulfilling. And then those comments that come in on that phone, I just have this guilt that we don't answer them. So trying to relieve my guilt by handing it to you. It's just so hard. Between the messages, the notifications, the comments, you know, you really, I know, Pat, you look at the comments a little more than I do, but, and then these.
The group is back in the parking lot and right in front and no longer occupying Rice Street.
Group's back in the parking lot, right in front. That's something for you.
So those. See, there's the thing.
That looks.
This is where you got to go.
Shark 19 on scene.
Now you're talking.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 1748.
Well, some of them you don't want to answer, but I
mean. Eddie says, "Don't worry about eating. We've heard you before."
Well, the first one, if you can notify transit that Rice Street is open for them now.
May not be able to hear you eating a Twinkie, but I can certainly hear you open it. So just knock it off. Oh.
What is today, Wednesday?
Yep.
It's hump day.
What day is it, Bob?
Hump day.
What? You know what day it is.
Oh my goodness. My goodness, there's so much.
1749.
Let's see if it looks any better on our new camera. Looking pretty good.
Pretty darn good.
Oh, here comes a motorcycle with a flash. He's got a flashing helmet. That's pretty cool.
Anyone, somebody else take medics. Taking stage for now.
Copy.
What else you got in that little potpourri
We're
of questions?
looking here. We're looking here.
Yeah, you know, we
Thank you, Eve.
We were gonna cut back during the holidays, but now that everything's locked down, feeling more obligated to make sure we're out here, right?
I think so too.
So people have some escape from the reality of COVID country.
20369, I copy en route to the accident hit and run that happened at Westminster and Arlington. Just want to make sure you copy your comp is out 1415 Ames.
So, yep, just a reminder, we will be back, bar any unforeseen circumstance, at 9:11 p.m. Friday night.
286.
You were comfortable.
Copy.
Well, come on, you got to read some of those.
Okay.
You're scanning through those like a mile a minute.
Oh, gosh.
165.
Who was the best cop? There's too many fit that category.
23, we're gonna be in the back alley.
We've both worked with some amazing police officers.
I think that's true, but I would say the best investigator that I worked with was Tom Donasky.
Oh, he solved some amazing crimes.
Yeah.
We're out. Mileage is 5.8.
You know, the thing about being an investigator is there's a number of different prongs, I would say, and when we hire them, of course, you got to be willing to work hard, you know, but that's critical in most jobs. but you also need a couple other skills. Number one, it's a no-brainer. You need to be able to write search warrants. Number two, you need great interview skills, in interviewing citizens. But probably the biggest thing is, this is a double hitter. You need to have great interrogation skills, and you need to be able to turn those interrogation skills into development of sources.
Oh, yeah.
Because most of the crime that we actually solve here is because of human sources. You can call it intel, but the reality is most crimes against persons are solved because somebody knew something and told us. Now, whether they're a witness or a cooperative party, one way or the other, but that ability that Tom Danaski had, just his personality of developing good information from people, and by the way, you're the same way. I hope I am too, but he was exceptional. And then you put his work ethic on top of that, and then the other thing, he had sort of that Columbo style too.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Definitely.
So,
no, as an investigator, I am nowhere in the league that Tom Danaski was.
well, you were a street cop for the most part,
Yeah, I was mostly a street cop, and I think I was pretty decent at that.
No, you were. I'm just saying, he had more opportunity to work some of those long-term sources. You were developing them every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you and him investigate. You used to come down to the office and say, "Hey, I got this piece of information. I got this," and networking with the investigators. So.
And letting them all put it on paper.
Yeah, well, there is that. There is that.
You can answer this probably better than me. Someone asked if the sheriff's office has Ford Explorers.
Yes. Ford Explorers are our primary police vehicle now. It's a great vehicle. It doesn't require as much maintenance as some, but we also still have some old Crown Vics. We have some new Dodge Chargers, and we are experimenting with Durangos.
How many? There's a few Tahoes too.
Yeah,
right?
we got a few Tahoes. That's a good point too. Yeah, we like to get cars that are police pursuit rated.
Well, someone said not only is the picture quality great, but when we live stream during business hours, their work productivity declines. Sorry.
Well, it is Christmas. It is the holiday season, for crying out loud, and there ought to be a few Christmas parties taking place.
Excuse me, what is... Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, we are. If you're new to watching us, we're in St. Paul, Minnesota. We're on Central Daylight Time. My name's Bob Fletcher. I have the pleasure of serving as the Ramsey County Sheriff, which is the county here that encompasses our capital city of St. Paul and another dozen suburbs in the north. With me is Pat Scott, a 35-year veteran of law enforcement, and also an analyst at the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. So both of us worked for the St. Paul Police Department for many years. I worked there 20 before coming to the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. So appreciate you joining us. I know a lot of people from all over we had an analyst tell us that 85% are from the United States, like 5 or 6% from Canada, another 4 or 5% from the United Kingdom, and in fourth place, not far behind though, is the country of Australia. And we do get a lot of messages from those in Australia.
Yes, we do.
So thank you for joining us. Usually it's a different time zone for them, but it seems to work for them.
Hey, Joe from Prince Edward Island, Canada. Thank you for joining us.
Joe, I got a question for you there. So like down here, youth hockey is shut down. Our kids can't play hockey for a while. So I know that professional hockey's kind of shut down or in a bubble, but is youth hockey shut down up there, or do you still have kids in the rinks? If you can text that, that'd be great. We'll go down Wayzata here, Wayzata, Manitoba, Winnipeg.
Going down this street, I'm going to lay off the texts.
Okay. In case we get popped.
Oh, you're going to catch heck for that when you get home.
Well, I mean, this section here, Ray Street, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Wayzata, is probably the 3-block area of the most frequent number of shots fired, right? I mean, one of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's not like, people have got shot, some have gotten killed. And the community keeps working on cleaning up these problem properties that a lot of these young kids and gang members hang at. That's the problem. Well, thank you to all the people that sent emails to the mayor and the council president. We'll see how that discussion goes, but they're very heartfelt letters. I mean, I was very moved by all the letters regarding crime and people's concerns and perceptions and fears, especially of the elderly. And we're going to keep, Pat and I and the sheriff's office, keep pushing to make sure we can make our community safer, regardless of what happens. Actually, ShotSpotter, the city declined ShotSpotter, so I'm sure this will be quasi-controversial, but the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office is going to put a proposal in for ShotSpotter with the Capital Improvement Budget Committee of the Ramsey County.
Nice.
And we'll see. Since the mayor has declined to leverage that technology, which, Pat and I know from being out here, it would be extremely helpful. We'll see if the county is willing to recommend it for funding. And of course, it's a little bit of a long process, 8-month process, to get the committee to make a recommendation to the county manager and board. But if the citizens of Ramsey County want that technology available to help solve crime, they should have a voice in it. So
absolutely,
we'll start the process of any technology that would help us make the city safer. We're going to use.
Greetings from Lithuania. That is where my mother's side of the family is from.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
I didn't know that. Now tell everybody where it is.
Lithuania is one of the Baltic states. Those are Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia. And they are, if I have my geography right, in between Poland and Russia.
And they used to be a part of the original Soviet Union?
Correct.
Or was that before?
And they were, Lithuania was once a part of Poland.
Okay.
Lithuania kind of got beat up by everybody for a very long time.
182 cancel 165.
But I actually have a great uncle who was a judge in Lithuania, who was executed by the Bolsheviks when they came into power.
Are we talking about 1917?
Right around that time.
Whoa.
1199 for upper unit.
I didn't know that about you.
Yep.
Trying to get in the back door.
And the other half is Irish and Dutch and Scottish.
I think that he might still possibly be trying to get the door.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, my father's name on the Fletcher side was from England. And you know what Fletchers did?
They fleshed.
Well, thanks for that. They fleshed that. No, the things on the arrows, the feathers on the arrow are called fletchings.
Yes, they are.
So Fletchers put the feathers on the arrows. Didn't you think that was kind of interesting? Or?
Very much so.
No.
Very much so.
It's kind of a law enforcement history, right?
Absolutely.
The arrow makers. So
Law enforcement back in the day.
The Fletcher family crest has pictures of arrowheads and fletchings from England.
From our analyst.
Let me see that. I'll just park here for a minute.
Go ahead.
Clear this out.
That was a message.
As far as that burglary.
Can you show me that again?
Copy 804.
No, wait, I'm going to go across the street and park.
I just thought it was cute.
Oh, yeah. All of our analyst messages are. Where's that at?
I wonder if it's the same one from earlier.
Could be. There's a lot of, this holiday season is bad for a lot of people, but what's also bad is a lot of stores are just, people are walking in and stealing stuff. The Walgreens get hit on a daily basis. And,
yeah, that same one.
And the dollar stores and, most of these storekeepers are afraid to confront the thefts, and we certainly understand that. It's, but part of it is people stealing know there's no consequences. There's always some people that just absolutely need something, but when people are taking bags and carts out the front door, it's not an immediate need. It's now awareness that there's no consequences.
Indeed.
What time is it?
Strike 19 will be clear and wide.
It is 6:06.
All right. Well, 6:30 we're going to wrap up. So we'll go for another 24 minutes and wrap up. Go get a bite to eat and watch that St. Paul City Council meeting.
What is that, channel 45?
I don't think, if you live in the city, it's on there. Otherwise, you gotta log on online. So I was planning just to log on online. Through your computer. Go to the City of St. Paul website. I think some people signed up to talk, but I'd say the holiday had a little remodeling here, huh?
Oh, you're not kidding.
Apparently the pumps
are all shut
you're
down.
Seeing this, we've been coming here. All roads lead to Riceham, Pennsylvania, but why don't you ask those young men, what are they doing? You guys made a big mess.
Boy, you guys got a mess to clean up. How long before they're back in action?
Next week.
Okay.
What are you doing?
All the piping in, pumps,
But do the tanks stay in there or what?
tank stayed, yeah.
What are the tanks made of down there?
Well, they're coated steel. So
Co-
they got a plastic coated steel tank. Steel on the inside, plastic on the outside.
Hi.
What company are you guys with?
Saw.
What is it?
Saw.
Saw. Looks like a big job.
Yeah, it's nice.
Are you?
Well,
Go ahead.
I don't envy you.
How fast they want it done.
Right.
Do you put?
Shit out of me, by the way, with the siren.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, have you heard it a few times before when you were driving or what?
Yeah. Few times today, even.
Yeah. There you go.
Or not. It's been pretty crazy over here today.
It really has.
Well, usually this is the busiest place in the city, right here.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, when we first got here, it was a zoo. You know, trying to take the dispensers off and whatnot, and close it all off while people were filling up this morning.
Oh, I'll bet.
It was crazy.
are you going to leave a time capsule in there for the next time or not?
Yeah, there we go. That's a good idea.
Or a small little pipe with free gas for Zolls?
You know, maybe I'll leave like a pop can, because it's kind of nice finding the old glass bottles every now and again when we're digging.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll leave like a Pepsi can or something, then 30 years down the road, it'll be a nice collector item.
Leave a receipt that shows how much gas was today.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Well, if you do that, would you mind making it a Mountain Dew can?
yeah, all right.
All right. Very good.
See you guys.
See you guys. That's like that Mike Road show. Was that what you were calling? Dirty
Yep.
Jobs? I mean, those
Yep.
guys digging out the pumps, digging out the pipes, putting new pipes in. Oh, I've actually never seen that done. Oh, I guess the one thing I wanted to ask was how long do they last?
Stated that during a school live stream, a 12-year-old student brandished a handgun. Parents stated that it wasn't real, but the school would still make it investigated. At 1809.
Interesting call. I don't know if you notice this, but I have a 15-year-old, so I know a lot of kids are into Snapchat and Instagram, and surprisingly, not my kid, but a lot of kids like to flash guns.
Is that blue and is that a Dodge? That truck right there.
A lot of kids like to flash guns.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I mean, I don't know why, whether it's their dad's guns or in their Instagrams.
Strike 13 if you have it, you can cancel it.
Money is the other thing, huh? That people
Yeah.
flash. The one in front of me, right?
Yep.
Crash Car Bogus.
For that memo I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Strike 13 if you have it already, you can cancel K9 coming to our call.
Is it a Ford?
Copy, 827.
I
can't even tell what color it is.
I think it is blue. I think your eyes are good that way. 984 X-ray November Tango. 984 X-ray November Tango. Hey, the one thing I do want to say about that radio interview.
What is that?
Tacoma.
Oh, Tacoma, okay.
Was that Toyota?
Yep.
Is that the one thing that Chad Hartman dwelled on a little bit is that we wouldn't have any viewers if it wasn't for the chases. No, and that kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
You heard him say that, right?
Yeah, I sure did.
Wouldn't have any viewers. A lot of people commented on the story that no, we would still be there. I mean, obviously, it's part of the intrigue is not knowing what's around the corner and what's going to happen next.
Exactly.
But I've got the feeling it's been July, August, September, October, November. It's been over 4 months that most of our backseaters like riding around with us in the back seat, even if there isn't a chase going on.
Right.
And I want to thank you all for that, because obviously Chad is a good person, but he's never watched the show and monitored the comments. Because if he had, he wouldn't have that view of saying, well, respectfully, nobody would watch you if it wasn't a chase down that.
Right.
Right. So thank you for enjoying, you know, the 98% of the job that isn't high intensity with us as well. So. It's hard to believe everything's closed, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as people going inside.
Completely different landscape.
This is hard to believe. But back to this social media.
Yeah, we do seem to be buffering a bit for some reason right now.
Well, we're going to hang it up in 15 minutes. So I'm sure it's always going to be better at 9:11 than it is at 6:11 because of the rush hour traffic and the high volume of usage of cell phones during this time. But it will get better.
You know what we had to do? We had to take a swing through that alley where we talked to that Dallas football fan last week. Up,
Oh yeah, up there on Thomas and LaFon.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if that.
Yep.
See if that car showed up there.
Yep.
Nice man. Technically, just so you know, the law is that if your front axle penetrates the crosswalk, either marked or unwalked, before the light turns red. People always wonder, well, is it red when you get in there? No.
Overheard a female in that apartment say, I can't take it anymore around.
You have to enter the intersection before it turns red, and the intersection is defined as the crosswalk.
Whether marked or not.
Marked or not.
It's going to be that one.
Was that one here last time?
Sure was.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just sits here, doesn't it?
Yep. That's next door.
I'm getting hungry. I might get a pizza from Tony's on the way home. I might get a pizza.
Tony's?
From Mama's. From
Oh.
Tony at Mama's.
Oh, yeah.
To pick up.
832.
We'll do that.
832.
Can I get one of the cars of that Regents with the vehicle that showed up with the bullet holes in it before?
Where is that car?
Squad 37514.
We were down there. I wonder if it was in that, you know, there's another entrance to the hospital down there. A lot of people pull into the wrong entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking then they gotta, because the emergency room has a separate entrance from them. Well, let's go check the front of it, huh?
Well, Jesse Kolb would like me to tell you hi from him.
Oh, very good, very good. Greetings, Jesse. Greetings, greetings. Squad is out with the car there. I don't think he's necessarily out.
Something running right up in front here on the right.
Toward us?
The very front car on the right.
The last one? Oh, this
Yep.
one? Okay.
Yep.
You want to run it or not?
Yeah.
Just before we give ourselves away. You got the plate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyhow, the neighborhood we're in has had a ton of stolen cars show up, and that's why we're here. Generally around one of these houses that we're looking at. So we're just checking everything.
Somebody said hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oops. Are we following them or is it good?
Haven't got anything back yet. I think it's good though.
Okay.
Suspicious activities near the KMSSP Channel 9 Tower,
Oops.
550 Ramsey Road. Count sees 4 to 5 subjects with flashlights around the perimeter of their Channel 9 tower. They're saying you need to use a trail to access.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna order a pizza here. I'll have my wife order a pizza from Mama's on our way out of here. It's on Rice there in front. But it's got a long, long family history there in the neighborhood. So I just wanted to give a little history here. Mama's Pizza began with 2 friends that worked in pizzerias while attending high school. Hang on a minute. Hang on a second.
Strike 15, Channel 2.
Hello?
Strike 15.
Yep.
Assistant Sergeant to copy 118
Hang on,
Granite
hang on.
Street in progress.
Hang on.
Burglary. Irate caller says a black male broke into his
All right.
house, implied he might have someone else with him, then threatened to shoot him if police didn't show up, and then also threatened to shoot the TC, hung up. I believe he called back that someone's in his house, doesn't know who they are, and would kill them.
Yeah, clear to watch.
Was that 118 Granite or 181?
I didn't catch it.
We gotta go.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, shoot.
Mobile Field Force 1.
Behind the identified family's ancestry.
Everyone's heading for the detail.
Okay, well, here we go.
Here we go.
So much for Mama's Pizza. We'll have to get that story later. Tony's mama ran a hell of a pizza place. Now Tony's running it.
126. Copy the burglary on Granite Street.
I got
1821.
118.
613, can you send that?
One what?
118.
Yeah. All right, well,
Copy.
so a burglary person came into the house in a threatening fashion.
1821.
You hit start.
Yeah, I know, we're just in one second.
Let's hit start.
I'm good. See you. I'm good.
Clear. Yeah, that's one to be careful at.
Strike 15.
Yeah, it sounds like
Strike
you
15.
know, you're making calculations about whether there's an intentional or a mental health issue here. It's, you know, is there another person with them? Is the person?
Strike 15, go ahead.
Does the person want a suicide by cop?
Sorry, I
don't
had
know.
copy over from another channel.
It's just very, very difficult to calculate 4 or 5 options. Two squads there. 3, 4. All right, clear right or not?
Not yet. Now it is.
Those squads were actually coming back from monitoring a march. And so the reason they might have been going by there south there is they had just finished up a detail. It's possible they didn't even hear the call.
Yep.
So if you're wondering why those 4 went by,
Clear.
they're probably wondering where we're headed, but I'm sure they've turned their radios on now and figured it out.
When they're on the details for the marches, they are on a totally separate radio channel.
Radio, yeah. So we really don't want to be the first ones there, but it's possible we will be.
This would be a good
We might.
to hang back and let the uniforms approach.
I'd like to think that there's more information coming.
3920.
Pre-arrival information is critical, but
265.
there's 265.
265. 262.
260 case number.
So,
262 case number
all right,
255-871.
well, we are obviously,
It's probably that one
I
right
see
there.
a squad. I think it's 118. It's got to be on the south side.
Yeah, so I think it's that one right
Yeah.
there.
286.
I thought I saw a squad coming.
286.
We're coming in the area. Can you call a cop and have them meet us at the corner of Jackson and Granite away from the property, please?
Okay. So their preference is to meet here
X22 B23.
if the comp's out of the house. So
1925.
we will stay at the corner of Jackson and Granite too,
182.
because we're going to let them dictate the terms.
Investigate and clear
The terms of the engagement. Those aren't squads there, are they?
Copy.
I'm not sure.
I think they are. Yep, they are.
Okay, there's a flashlight there. Is that a? And I don't think there's any cops up there.
No, they're behind us. They're meeting the comp here.
So you saw that guy with the flashlight on the front porch?
Yeah, but I'm assuming he's coming.
Yeah.
5191.
I'm not going to handle it differently than they would, but
5186.
We're just early 2418 County DJ. This for female. There is a male on the property as well. Female was running into the street about 3 minutes ago. She's wearing all black. Male habit is African American.
Somebody was just on the front porch with a flashlight.
It's just the notes is just kind of weird, you know.
Yeah.
The first saying that somebody was gonna shoot and hurt them or whatever. If they call the cops, they're calling the cops, and then they're parking in, or they're gonna kill them. So
It smells like it could be a setup.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's go see if there's an alley, Pat.
No, there's an alley.
Let's go see if there's an alley. Well, they got
286. It's like 286. Any look on the contact with the cops? Should meet us at happening in Jackson?
Can't be far from here, right?
No, it's that one right there.
Well, let's just cover the alley.
Yep.
Copy.
This is good here, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I point my lights right at him, he might get suspicious about our intent.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just hang here for a minute.
This right here is in line what we were talking about the other day. Just now.
Yeah.
2363.
Yeah.
2363. You can pencil the other spot. I'm out with the power company. They're working on some wires.
2267 clear.
6-7 copy from the scene.
1828.
Very possible the party's departed by now. Or it's possible that he's inside wanting a confrontation. Or it's possible that he's mentally ill. We got plenty of cars here now.
622. Have we had any further contact with the comp? We're right in front of the house. Not finding anybody.
Negative.
Copy.
Area.
Copy.
533, cancel medics.
Copy, this is one.
I'm gonna back up a little. I might be able to get lighting on that little gap there, huh?
Copy.
I think that's it, or it's the one right before that?
I think that's it.
Okay. Obviously, information is key here. And the other problem is, on occasion, the complainants
Any local callbacks?
are
Semi.
not totally cooperative either.
Did you put the Rain-X on your window?
No. But
It's especially clean.
it didn't rain today. I gave it a spit shine.
36 moving in the window.
36 is copy, moving in the window. Success to advise him. No answer on call back.
622 copy. We just had somebody come in the door.
Here's Dodge.
Shut the door on us again. If we could try to get a hold of them a couple more times, make sure that they're not the ones in the house yelling at us.
Oh, nice.
Copy.
And no, the picture is not frozen. We just have not moved. We're stationary.
Oh, I see a person in the back now. Is that a copper there or not?
Two of them, yeah.
Two of them, yeah.
Yep, I saw the reflection on it.
Yeah, they've encircled the house now.
$23.64.
2364.
You can clear it sometime. I don't know if it's medical.
There's a dog barking.
286, just run full.
black male dreads wearing purple and yellow. We shouted to him to put his hands up, and he yelled at us to put our hands up, and then we went back inside.
And we what?
I didn't catch the end of
Copy. It's a black male with dreadlocks wearing purple and yellow. Not put his hands up, 1832.
I didn't quite catch it.
it. Won't put his hands up.
Does that mean he's inside?
Yeah.
And he closed the door on him?
Yep.
Client 4, there's
Oh, that's complicated then.
24 clear, 1832.
Yeah.
.622 squad's on scene. Homeowner's inside. We're good. We can clear.
Copy. Homeowner's inside, 33.
I'm guessing that was his call, right?
Yep.
There is a canine on this call, if you're wondering.
And they cleared it saying the homeowner is there.
I don't know. We don't know yet if that means there was some unwanted person in the house. But if there was, he's not in the house.
4498 Tango.
So we are going to
Please call Council 29 regarding
drive around the area until we get more information on the possible suspects. What we got there, it's just
5183.
5183.
The squad is back on a DOC at 1700. Highway 36 west of the Temperate Law Office. There's a DOC male that is back on scene. Safety's on the 7th floor. His 30s to 40s, 5'10" heavy build with a black short sleeve shirt, blue jeans, and a black mask.
We're at the seldom heard intersection of Elk and Sycamore.
Victor, copy.
there you have it.
5185, having trouble getting on board.
So if you were to flee from this area, the most likely route would be through the cemetery. The secondary route would be try to get to the other side of the freeway on Cayuga. There's a park down there where they play football down there and walk through there.
Oh, we did get a response back, by the way. Youth hockey is shut down in Canada as well.
Well, I want to thank him for telling me that, because now I don't feel quite so bad. Take your OLED out and see if you see anything in this field here.
We're in RV parked in the handicapped spot unknown if it's occupied. 447, sorry, send me the DOCs.
62 male came out, being very uncooperative. You might receive a call from him again. We're in a clear. CBS are with everybody.
Copy. Male's uncooperative. Clearing 18.
That's a baffling phenomena that occurs more often than we like. Why would you call for the police to help you and then not cooperate with the police when they get there? Or even on the phone as you're requesting the police. So we really have no idea whatsoever what actually happened at that house.
If this complaint calls back, PIC does not want our help. But I suspect he's going to call you back again. Received health intervention to
Squad car.
1830.
out. 1857.
Whoop, yeah. He's got the... Well, we're going to finish up here now. We're going to finish up right in front of Mama's Pizza. And then I'm going to grab a pizza and go home, and I think my wife ordered you one too.
God bless her.
God bless her.
Strike 13. Please clear this one out. Assisted with strike 14.
Copy, 1839.
$44.81.
Changes to a PCN. I'll be clear advised.
Copy.
$51.83 area.
1840.
That's right.
So, please feel free to join us on Friday, 9/11.
Go ahead. You search at 286 Arlington Avenue, Unit 308 for a domestic. Caller's husband slapped the comp about 30 minutes ago. He left in an unknown direction. His name is Mal Rea, Asian male, 23 years old, wearing a gray t-shirt, white pants. Caller's concerned he may return.
So we are going to park across the street from Mama's. Our pizza's not quite ready, I don't think.
1840.
But we're going to put Mama's in. Maybe we'll go in the parking lot over here instead. Mama's in our image here before we close up. And thank you for letting us know that the camera is working good. That's awesome. That's the primary reason we're up here tonight. Make sure, but Mama's Pizza, rice in front.
A St. Paul institution.
Pat's going to have to say a few words before we go.
Well, thanks for joining us. It was a short one. I hope you enjoyed your time with us. We enjoy all of you here on Live Patrol, being with us, riding with us, and I think we all learn a lot. We learn stuff from you guys too. So appreciate you being with us, and we will see you at 9/11.